Part 3 of my endomembrane project, Scenario C. Demonstrate the formation and pathway of a protein meant for secretion. However, it is detected as being misfolded and must be destroyed in the cell. So it starts off the same way as Scenario A and B. We have RNA being transcribed from DNA in the nucleus, and it exits the nucleus through the pore complex and enters the rough ER after being transcribed or translated into a polypeptide by a bound ribosome. And then from here, it's going to fold into its functional shape as it moves through the cisternae of the rough ER. However, this time it's misfolded. So I put up a frame here that's going to come up soon of the protein that we want versus the protein that we ended up getting as it misfolded. So the protein that we wanted is from scenario A. So it's the one on the left, and the one on the right is the one we got, the misfolded one. It looks kind of like a claw. So even as it's misfolded, it's still going to continue to go through the rough ER. It's still going to end up in the transitional ER, where it will be budded off into a transport vesicle and then sent off to the Golgi apparatus to be modified. So again, after it's budded off from the rough ER, the vesicle will fuse with the membrane of the Golgi apparatus on the cos side, or the cos end, and then the protein will move through the Golgi apparatus, and as it moves through, it will be modified to have a chemical tag attached to it. So I don't know how clearly you could see it in the video here, but that little orange line that's attached to the protein, that is the chemical tag, and that's going to help the lysosomes recognize that this protein needs to be destroyed. So as it reaches the trans end of the Golgi apparatus, it's going to be budded off into another vesicle, but this time it's not going to be sent out to the cell membrane because it's going to be stopped as it has a tag that tells the lysosomes that it needs to be destroyed. So here we have the misfolded protein with a chemical tag attached to it, and the lysosome is going to come along and recognize that it needs to be destroyed. So it's going to fuse its membrane with the membrane of the vesicle that contains the misfolded protein. It's going to release its digestive enzymes into the misfolded protein, breaking it down into smaller molecules that could then be reused throughout the cell. So once it's fully broken down and digested, it's just going to open up the membrane and let all those molecules flow out to be reused in some other processes.